What's going on, guys? Professor Lou here, and today we're going to be giving you a deck profile for one of my favorite decks in the current format, Volcanion-EX. So hard to get good help here. Can we get a camera change, please? Like right now? Here we go, guys. Volcanion. For 1 fire energy, just a power heater does 20 damage, and I can choose 2 of my bench Pokemon, attach 1 fire energy from our discard pile onto those 2 Pokemon. Think of it like Geomancy, but better, because it has a base damage of 20. The main attacker in this deck right here is Volcanion-EX. His attack is Volcanic Heat. For 2 fire and a colorless energy does 130 damage, and then this Pokemon can attack next turn. But as I'll show you later on in this video, there's plenty of ways to get around it. And what makes this deck that much better is its ability, Steam Up. I can discard 1 fire energy from my hand, and then all my basic fire Pokemons attack do 30 more damage. So that power heater on Volcanion for 1 Steam Up goes to 50. You know, and it just keeps going up, and then they stack. So it goes 30, 60, 90, 120 more on top of that base damage. We run 2 copies of Shaman-EX, best card in the format. Set up, you know, draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Don't really have to explain that card a whole lot. And then Hoopa-EX. I can search my deck for 3 EX Pokemon, add them to my hand. Really good early game. Ultra Ball into that Hoopa, grab 2 Volcanion-EXs and a Shaman, or whatever the situation you may need. All right, let's jump right into our supporter lineup. We have 3 copies of Professor Sycamore. Discard your hand, draw 7. Pretty straightforward. Then we play 2 copies of N. Each player shuffles his or her hand into their deck and draws the number for each of their remaining prize cards remaining. And I know this seems like a low number of draw support, but this deck is really fast, and too many Sycamores I've decked out a bunch of times when I played it at 4. So just 3 and 2 is just a lot better, in my opinion. Then we play 2 copies of Lysander. Really good card. Seek out those big EXs in the bench, knock them out, 1 copy of Ninja Boy. The Hoopa start is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So Ninja Boy, get it right out. Volcanion into the active from the deck, or any basic Pokemon, and get that optimal start. Then we play Pokemon Ranger. Pokemon Ranger is crucial in this deck. It gets around Volcanion-EX's Volcanic Heat that prevents you from attacking the next turn. You play the Pokemon Ranger, bam, can attack right away. Also lets you get around Regice, which is a very pesky and annoying card. Alright, for the item lineup, we're going to play 4 copies of Ultra Ball. It's pretty standard. Discard 2 cards, search any Pokemon in the deck. Ideally, you want to be searching for Hoopa early. Late game, you might want to grab the Shaman, or another Volcanion or Volcanion-EX. Just at 4 is super standard. Then we play 4 copies of Via Seeker, one of the best items in the game. Put a supporter card from my discard pile into my hand. Bam, anything you may need. It makes it really good to recycle the Pokemon Ranger, so you can keep attacking with your Volcanion. Then we play 4 copies of Max Elixir, just keep accelerating that energy. And energy acceleration has always been huge in this game, and it continues to be huge, and will always be huge. Then we play 3 copies of Trainer's Mail. Look at the top 4 cards of my deck. Grab any item in there except for Trainer's Mail. Really good card. Play 2 copies of Energy Retrieval. An amazing card, especially in this deck. Put 2 basic energy cards from my discard pile into my hand. I can grab 2, do double Steam Up, and then bam, and then attach them off Volcanion. Then we play 1 switch, and this is one of the ways we can get around Volcanion-EX's Volcanic Heat also. Switching your card, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Very simple. Then for our tools, we go with 3 copies of Floatstone. Now you're gonna almost always want to attach a Floatstone to Volcanion-EX. Ideally, you'd want 2 Volcanion-EXs with a Floatstone on each of them. That way you can just keep bouncing back and forth and keep attacking with Volcanic Heat. Then we play 2 copies of Fighting Fury Belt. And Fighting Fury Belt is really good on the baby Volcanion. It takes it to 170, which is basically EX level HP. Makes it really hard to get around. And then it takes the Volcanion-EX to 220, which is mega level HP. And then for our 1-ofs, we play 1 copy of Escape Rope, 1 copy of Super Rod, and then in my opinion, every single deck needs that 1 card that's like a wow factor that your opponent doesn't see coming and is a game changer. And in this deck, for me, it's Energy Reset. Put as many energy cards attached to your Pokemon back into your hand. which is huge. I mean, late game, I mean, if you have 3 or 4 Volcanions down, Volcanion-EXs down, and you need to get that one knockout on a giant mega, you know, I just bring them all into my hand and discard them all for a steam up, and then you're hitting for a ton of damage. And then my stadium of choice is Skyfield, because the bench can get very cloggy really fast with the 2 Shamans, the Hoopa, and all the Volcanion-EXs. So, you know, taking my bench space up to 8 instead of 5 is huge. Then for our energy lineup, we're going to be running 4, 8, 12 basic fire energies, and that's it. I know it seems like a lot of fire energies, but we want to make sure that we can steam up on command whenever we want. We got to make sure that we always have energy cards at our disposal at any given second. Here's a nice little top view of the entire deck, all 60 cards. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to all you guys for subscribing to my channel as fast as you guys have, and just want to let you guys know that I appreciate it. And any deck profile that you guys would like me to profile, just let me know down below in the comments, and I'll try my absolute best to profile any and every deck that you guys would like. And as a token of my appreciation, right there, Roaring Skies, online booster, and you know, why not? How about 2 of them? Huh? Let me know down below in the comments what you guys pulled out of those packs. And as always, thank you very much for joining me in my lab. Professor Lou here, and we're out.